So, am I visible? Yeah, the slides are visible. Slides are visible.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, I am Dr. N.S. Raman, working as Dean R&D at Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, Nagpur. And earlier, I was working at National Environmental Engineering Research Institute, Nagpur. It is the topic of my presentation is environmental audit, a paradigm shift towards sustainable development. I want to first of all thank you very much for the accelerating sustainable growth through the synergy of technology, innovation, investment is the theme of this World Innovation Expo. And I should thank Dr. Rajan for this theme because the theme I got highly inspired, and also this is the need of the hour to accelerate the sustainable growth with this energy of technology, innovation, and also how much is to invest for a particular technology. So in on the basis of this particular theme, I selected the topic of environmental audit, which requires in almost all the industries in India and abroad. And with the help of that, we should have a paradigm shift so that the entire sustainable growth can be achieved very easily. So, to achieve this sustainable development, which is the which is a dream from the Rio de Janeiro conference of 1992, the dream is that we should achieve a sustainable development. So, first step to achieve sustainable development is to combine the clean technology. That means what type of technology is being used in a particular industry, and then what the type of additional innovations or additional research is required to be done in a particular industry so that the emissions from stack, air pollution, water pollution, yeah, everything is reduced. And then what I want to say is that so to have a clean technology, or to have a or to have or to have an or to have its energetic new technologies, we should do an environmental audit, which is a must. So this particular topic of environmental audit research is being done in our institute, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, and also I am continuing this at Niri Nagpur also. And then here, first of all, what I want to say is that environmental audit is a fundamental step to achieve sustainable development. To achieve sustainable development, what is required is that we should have a combination of the environmental audit elements in the new dimension so that this climate change aspects or the ozone hole climate change and this synergy between the energy environment interrelationship is to be worked out. So for that, suppose anybody asks what we should do first. First, we should do an environmental audit. This environmental audit is a new and fast emerging technology, and then our research in this field is being done in our institute, where we are working in this scenario of this environmental parameters, where a paradox of modern technological society is one which efforts to enhance economic prosperity and also improve the living standards, often which is with the help of quality of life, especially when natural systems are pushed beyond sustainable limits, and then with the help of which we can reach the sustainable goals. As you know, we are having 27 sustainable goals are there, which India is also aiding in in the attainment of sustainable goals. To reach the sustainable goals, the efforts are being taken. Now, I want to show that there's this interesting uh, interesting thing is that in India, the increasing industrial activity has led to the excess consumption of resources and the release of effluent emissions and also the residues to the environment. Where there is no equality, that means whatever we are consuming is too much when compared to the availability. That is why we are focusing on the environmental natural resources accounting, which is a part of our environmental audit studies. And then in India, for the first time, so what I want to say, the Ministry of Environment and Forest has given an environmental rules, and the environmental audit has been made mandatory for all the industries in India. Now, with the help of this environmental audit, what we can gain is that we can provide the assurance that the industrial unit is complying with all the standards, facilitated development of sound environmental management, and also we can increase the awareness of the environmental issues, sharing of the information, and also to reduce the potential liability. And then the operational part in any industry should also take into consideration the parts of environmental audit. That means the environmental audit also seeks to optimize the industrial units operations, and the environmental audit plan can help us to show the material flows and also to identify the areas where we can reduce waste and also the cost of the input materials. Here, this environmental audit started in the year 1970 in Australia and US, and in India it started in 1992. Here, the first point is that anybody will ask that why this environmental audit, even though there are so many applications are there to control the environmental pollution to a large extent, why this environmental audit is required. In Indian context, we have seen that there are around 240 environmental legislations are there and 238 enactments are there, and also our word environment has been included in the Indian Constitution itself. Even then, we are not able to reduce the environmental pollution level. Why this is happening? This is happening only because we are practicing only a piecemeal approach. There is no the whole approach towards environmental audit. That means what? That means that this, while conducting environmental audit, even though the word is used in the entire world, that environmental audit, they mean only to see that whether the standards, whether the effluent is meeting the standards or not. That is not the exact definition what we have done in our institute as a research work. This environmental audit should contain 6 elements like material audit, energy audit, water audit, wastewater emissions audit, health and safety audit, compliance audit, and then process audit. When we are going to see the entire, all these different types of audits to be done on the same industry, we can say that this environmental pollution concept can be seen as a whole picture. This environmental audit has to be seen as a whole picture because of the fact that we are having a common opinion in the entire world that whatever money they spend is a waste, because it is anyway we are going to spend money on the waste materials like that. But at present, the important thing what is what we are observing and what we have to do as per our research is that this environmental recovery and then waste to energy concepts as our Prime Minister of India stresses that the waste to energy concept ought to be implemented in environmental audit concepts. So because of that, we have started this research work. So in this research work, I have taken a case study of a pulp plant in India where we can show that the money is not only we can save a lot of money if the entire environmental audit concept is being done in the industry. In that industry, they can save money also. So that means that when we say to somebody that you spend money and conduct audit, nobody is interested. But suppose we say that you can save so much of amount. For example, so much of material can be saved, so much of product can be released with the same cost. Industry will be very happy to do the way we should do the way which is supposed to be done. So here in this environmental audit for a pulp industry, I have shown that first step is the pulp industrial process audit. I have taken a plant in South India, and then here it was a plant in which wood pulp plant was there, in which we have conducted the environmental audit in a stepwise manner. Like first part, to conduct any environmental audit, we are having three important steps like pre-audit, on-site audit, and the post-audit activities. Yeah, as I told you that for the first time in India and the world, our environmental audit approach is entirely different when compared to what we see in the books. Our audit will contain, our audit will have the 6 types of internal audits, like materials used, we have to see energy and water consumption, environmental quality, workers' health and safety, so that the entire audit process for each of these components is to be done in the following matter. In case of material audit, we have to see that what type of raw material we are using, and then what is the how we can save the material. For example, the first question starts with that how the raw materials can be saved to produce the same amount of or the same quantity of the product. What is going to happen in general is that because they want to increase the production in an industry, they always increase the quantity of the raw material used and what is the quantity of the catalyst used. So this raw material diagram or the raw material sketch or the material balance diagram has to be drawn for any industry to see that exactly what is the waste of raw material is being done and how we can rectify that. That is the first part of our environmental audit. Second part is about the energy audit. Here we can say that in some places they won't accept this energy audit with environment, but that is wrong. Energy and the environment are always interconnected or interlinked. So for this energy audit, we have collected the data from this particular industry, and we have done an in detail environmental audit by having a energy diagram has been drawn, and then here we have shown to them that how energy can be saved with the help of our recommendations. And then we have to continuously we have shown that for a total savings, in particular steam we can save, electricity we can save, and then the cost of implementation of the suggested measures is we have shown as 3,22,670 rupees, whereas we can save in terms of electricity 129.45, and then in terms of steam we can save 106.610. here I am going to say that this is second part of our energy audit. In the same continuously, we are doing it for water use audit. That means water effectivity in an industry has to be seen, and then on the basis of that, we are first we developed a water balance analysis. For that, water balance sketch has been drawn, and then on the basis of that, we have given water conservation measures for that particular industry. And then what happens in industry is that the flow charts for our plant has to be given, has to be seen at each level, and how water can be saved, because water loss is always observed in case of industrial establishments. This is one aspect of that. Then we have to conduct environmental quality audit also. In this environmental quality audit is also called as compliance audit, where we are going to see air quality, wastewater and effluent quality, solid and hazardous waste quality, workers' health and safety quality, and then we have gone for the industry, and then we have found out what are the audit findings, and then we have given the recommendations also to them, so that the savings per year is around 1,41,530, and these savings can be immediate. That means the payback period is immediate. When I say that it is payback period is immediate, industry will be highly interested to do this type of study, and also so that they can save their money. And then as one of the important aspect, health and safety audit is a part of an environmental audit, so that on the basis of that we can see the health and safety of the workers, and then we have gone that as per the OSHA standards, we have done that. So on the basis of this audit, what I want to stress is that water conservation in this particular industry can give a savings of approximately 97,000 rupees per year. Wastewater treatment can be done, and suppose they implement the conservation measures, it can have a yield savings of around 5 crore 200 lakhs, 52 lakhs per year, and the energy savings can be enormous, like 7,247 millions. So this wood pulp plant is at present carrying out a phased implementation of the conservation measures identified in our audit approach, and this plant has already begun to see the cost savings from our adopted recommendations by after adopted. The entire study, what I can say is that in India, increased use of environmental audit can help industry achieve business success, while also significantly enhancing the environmental protection and its measures. The environmental audit has been shown to be an effective step for implementing the measures at an organization to a very wide range of objectives. The case study illustrates that how valuable this particular subject, and it can be used for cost management tool. It can be used as a cost management tool, and also how this can be a sustainable industry. So why I want to say is that this sustainable growth can be achieved by conducting this environmental audit. And then what I told you that environment and energy are interrelated, so that we can have we can say that what type of energy instruments and energy use, energy conservation can be seen. And also what I want to say is that the clean technology aspects are being evaluated, and it is being optimized while conducting the audit, so that the combination of technology and also while conducting the environmental audit, we can use a small measures also, so that lot of savings can be done. So with this, I want to say that this sustainable growth can be can be accelerated or enhanced by taking or by considering this environmental audit as a first footprint in any of the industrial plant in India and abroad also. In abroad, in all the I have studied around 62 countries the environmental audit, how they are being conducted. They all conduct a environmental audit, but in a piecemeal way. That piecemeal approach will not help for the conservation of energy or water or any of the raw materials. So this combined view, all I can say that the holistic view of the environment can be a good example to start with. This is the first step to heal our climate change problem also. For that again, carbon footprinting is the first step. So carbon footprinting aspect has been included in our environmental audit as the first step while conducting the energy audit. So some of the references, whatever I had seen while preparing this paper has been shown here. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to say a few words about the environmental audit research which is being conducted at Guru Nanak Institute of Technology in Nagpur, and also the earliest studies were conducted at National Environmental Engineering Research Institute, and our procedure has been accepted by the Central Pollution Control Board as well as Ministry of Environment and Forest, India. I should take this opportunity to thank Dr. Rajan sir for giving me an opportunity to explain my R&D work, which is being conducted at this World Innovation and Tech Expo Investment Summit of 2023, and I will be extending my thanks to Dr. Sudhir Shelkis sir also, who is our principal of our college, who has given the wholehearted support for all the environmental audit studies in the institute, and also for the R&D cell which is being run in a very quite successful manner in this university. Thank you very much.